Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're still here on LTV International in our today's breakfast show, and a very significant phone conversation yesterday between President Abdel el-Sisi and the French President Emmanuel Macron. Within the phone call, the top leaders, they exchanged views, of course, and the fully alignment concerning the regional crisis and the regional turbulences. Of course, first of all is the Gaza crisis. Egypt praised the France's stance concerning the Palestinian cause and the fully support of Paris to the legitimate right of the Palestinians and for a Palestinian state, which is really supposed to be done from all the countries worldwide and the international community. We're going to be discuss this in details, and the French stance in concerning the flow of the humanitarian aid to the besieged Gaza Strip, and the stance of Egypt and France concerning the Palestinian cause, with our dear guest by the phone, Mr. Rahman, a journalist and political analyst. Very good morning to you, Mr. Amr.
And a very good morning to you and the dear viewers.
When we talk about Cairo and Paris, we talk about a very comprehensive strategic partnership. In particular concerning the regional issues. First of all is the Palestinian cause. Now we are witnessing fully support of France for the legitimate right of the Palestinian and the recognition of a Palestinian state. How you find, or how you elaborate, first of all, on the France's stance on the Palestinian cause?
Throughout that chemistry between the two leaders, Mr. President Abdel el-Sisi and Mr. Emmanuel Macron, we have witnessed a strong alliance, a strong united statement towards the most critical file in the region, and the most important file to our own national security in Egypt. We have witnessed that a great part of Europe, which is France, is supporting the Egyptian vision to establish an independent state for the Palestinians, a state that is fully recognized by the international powers and the international community, as that state is consisted of all of the associations of a legitimate state, including the army and the police in Palestine. So that state in Ramallah should not be the example for a state without an army and taking their payroll from the Tel Aviv central bank. We're talking about an independent state by all means. This is the crucial choice and the crucial challenge to Egypt and to France and to those who are supporting the rights of the Arabs in the occupied land, the last occupation on earth.
Mr. Amr, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us today on LTV International. I would like
and a very good morning to you.
Thank you. I would like to ask you about President Sisi's praising the French stance towards the Palestinian cause. Tell me more about this.
Throughout the last visit paid by Mr. President Macron to Egypt, they had a long time together to discuss with an open heart, an open mind, all the details concerning that file, that case, that great cause to Egypt, and to those who are supporting the legitimate right for the nations all over the world. We have witnessed that common understanding and the agreeing on going further and further in that hard and harsh path throughout too many challenges and too many things that are going, and the escalation of the assault, the Zionist assault against the Arabs in the occupied land, and as well as we are considering Gaza Strip today as a part of the occupied land in Palestine, yes, because there was that serious development in that case, as we have witnessed the full occupation, the Israeli occupation to Gaza Strip. That needed a stand, and the stand was taken officially and with a strong situation by France, supporting the Egyptian vision towards that stand, refusing that occupation, and taking each and every measure needed to end the Israeli occupation to Gaza Strip, as well as helping those who are remained alive after hundreds of thousands of martyrs in the Gaza Strip today, to help them stay alive, yes, to establish new generation and a new hope that should be cultivated in that land that is watered with blood and irrigated with blood, pure blood and holy blood for the martyrs.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Amri, we are witnessing nowadays changing stances toward the Palestinian cause, and many countries like France, Spain, they are calling for a long-term political solution for the Palestinian cause by the recognition of the Palestinian state. So when we even refer to the emotional address of the Palestinian ambassador in the UN, Riyad Mansour, as he burst into tears within his emotional address to the UN Security Council. Of course, we know that politics doesn't even recognize emotions, but how we even call on the international community to take a real action to end this crisis and this ethnic cleansing and the war of crime in the besieged enclave.
Speaking of emotions, we should never neglect to recognize the importance of I would call it a worldwide revolution by the nations that made marches in the streets and took actions on the streets to express their emotions and their sympathy with the Arabic rights in the occupied land, and condemning the Zionist crimes against the Arabs in the occupied land, in Spain, in France, in London, in Australia. People in the streets have expressed that action that too many countries couldn't take. That action has it made such a huge pressure against the European and the Western leaders, and made them partially respond to the claims and to the needs and to the call of the people, and that made them take a stand by Egypt and beside Egypt towards that crucial challenge, and to take a stand against the occupation, the Israeli occupation to Gaza Strip and all of Palestine, despite we should all know, of course, that there are great and a huge and a historical ties between the Israelis.
I mean, Mr. Amr, look at the video that we are even broadcasting right away. It's totally inhuman photos that we are seeing and witnessing every day. The food distribution sites, and they've been shot and killed within even trying to have a piece of bread for the children. So we know that politics doesn't have, it's heartless, but what the international community is still waiting for, they are just being killed and shooted while they are trying to get a piece of bread. So what's more?
Well, this is exactly what was the main question in the mind and in the heart of Mr. Riyad Mansour, the representative of Palestine in the UN, as he was crying and shedding tears. Those tears are truly precious, by all means, but in that world, in that world that wouldn't recognize except power, the sound of power, it wouldn't be appreciated by all means. Maybe it has moved some emotion, but they are not recognized as a legitimate decision, and shouldn't be depended upon to find out a resolution in the UN to support the Palestinians' rights. That's why I'm talking about the real action that the Palestinians should take right now, to forget about their differences and unite their front as the one front, a resisting front against the occupation. That's the only way I can see it. We all remember how Egypt has united as a nation and an army before achieving our independence from the British colonization. That's the only way to liberate Palestine. And that's the only way to meet the actions of the European nations to prove that those nations made their demands for a reason, and for a nation that really deserves that respect and that important action took by the Europeans and the nations all around the world. I believe that no nation was ever limited throughout negotiations. Let Egypt take the lead of the negotiations and protection as it can do, along with our neighbors, our associates. We all have witnessed how Egypt is successful to build a front, an international front to support the Palestinians' rights. But now it's the time. It's time for the Palestinians to take the initiative, to stop thinking about dealing politically with an occupier. Only resistance can be heard, and this is the sound, the true sound, the sound of a bullet against the occupation that the whole world is waiting for.
Mr. Amr, do we expect any summit soon, Arab summit or international summit, to tackle this issue?
Well, I believe that throughout that division of situation, let me be frank with you, I believe there are huge differences between the Arabic nations, or the Arabic leadership, not the nations.
Yes.
The whole nations are agreeing on taking a stand, and a firm stand against the Zionist occupation. But there are now differences. The American administration has applied that strategy, that divide and conquer strategy, using their own its own influence against the Arabs, and that's why we are witnessing, as we have witnessed the last summit in Iraq. Only Egypt and some countries, some leaders, has witnessed the summit on the level of presidency. I believe for the Arabs to unite around Egypt. Egypt is the main guardian and
always
shield
the leader.
for this nation. the Arabic nation, from Gulf to the ocean.
Yeah.
Yep. Mr. Amr, many European countries are trying nowadays to stop weaponizing Israel to try their sides to stop this genocide war or to reach a ceasefire in Gaza. How you believe your point of view we can even use a sort of impact or influence on the American biggest ally to Israel to stop even supporting them and using the veto and the UNSC for always supporting Israel in this war?
Well, the only way is to take action and use our own strong relations with countries like China, like Russia, like France, like Spain, like Italy, too many countries around the world. We can use our own strong relations politically, domestically, as we have strong history of relations between the two nations, whether with France or Italy or Russia or China. We can use our own relations to guarantee that there is a front against the Western greed. The American situation has never been that bold against the Arabic right, and has never made it clear that they are standing against the historical rights of our own land that goes way back to more than 9,000 years in this land, before something called Israel was ever created. We have witnessed that aggression, that political and diplomatical aggression against the Arabic lands by the American administration, and it can only be faced by building of an international front, whether from our own associates in Europe or with our own strategic partnership with Russia and China. We can do it.
So I believe we can do it, and in politics we always must have the hope to continue and to try always to find long-term solution for the Palestinian cause. Mr. Amr Abdel, journalist and political analyst, many thanks for being with us and have a nice day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, short break and we'll be right back.